What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of Breaking and Entering Radio. It's Alan Halas from Breaking and Entering. Oh my goodness, it's not Breaking and Entering Radio, it's the Writer's Room. It's clearly been a week off. We've had some time off. Joining me, as always, is my River West cohort, co-host, host of the Mr. Nice Guy podcast, and just all-around good dude, Ben Slowey. Welcome to the Writer's Room. Welcome to the right show.
Do you have a nice birthday, Alan?
I did, yes. I had a nice 30th birthday. I feel like a world of things have happened in the time that we've had off. We took 1 week off, and the world has changed entirely. But yeah, it's been I feel distinguished at 30. How about that? How have you been?
I'm glad you had a stellar celebration. I'm good. We're coming off one of the most action-packed weeks we had last week in terms of our content. So this week is a bit lighter, thankfully, but still some great stuff coming out. Hank, we're kind of hunkering down for the holidays here coming up. I will be out of town for a couple weeks. Get a nice little change of scenery, staying with my parents in Michigan.
Nice.
But that will not even stop us at Breaking and Entering from bringing you, the audience, your Milwaukee music.
All we gotta do, we're giving you so much content. We got so much happening. Like Ben said, last week was absolutely bonkers, and just a lot of crazy things have happened in the world. We got a COVID vaccine for some people, and I have told myself, don't get excited about it. I am hyped about it. Obviously, Giannis signed the Supermax. Big things for Milwaukee today. I know Ben's not a Milwaukee sports fan. We're gonna make you like at least one of the Milwaukee teams.
I am, Alan. I am by proxy. I've been here for 6 years, and I could give two shits about the Bulls or the Bears, so don't worry about it.
Okay, that works. Spoken like a true, almost Chicagoan, like a Illini? Would that be the right term?
Yeah, because it's fighting Illini for U of I, so yes, Illini would be appropriate. Yeah. Spoken
like a true Illini. Well, as we have said on Breaking and Entering Radio, the show that I introduced, what is not this show, if you listen to that show, you're automatically a Bucks fan. So if you watch our show, I'm pretty sure you got to be a Bucks fan by proxy too. So Ben, being part of the show, has to be a Bucks fan. So
we do it for the culture.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of if hyping up the Bucks and promoting what the Bucks, how good they are and what they can do, is going to move Milwaukee forward as a city and put us on the map. Like people have been saying for years now, then I'm all for it.
Yeah. So. And actually, I was just talking about this on Facebook with somebody. Basically, I don't think people realize how much Milwaukee, literally focuses on the Bucks, revolves around our sports teams doing well in general. When the Brewers are good, the city is out and enjoying themselves. When it's Bucks season, the city is out enjoying themselves. Obviously, the Packers, the entire state shuts down. So anything that's good for the Bucks, definitely, good for the city of Milwaukee in general. Speaking of things that are good for Milwaukee, we got a brand new video from Troy Tyler, which is our first video for this week. And it is nothing but good because it's called Good. And I love everything that Troy Tyler has done. I've heard from him in the last couple of years. His vocals are so smooth. He is ready for that mainstream R&B scene.
Dude, hell yeah! I went to UWM with him. I first saw him perform 4 years ago in the UWM Fireside Lounge.
Ooh!
So he's gone pretty far back as far as being on the radar. So.
That I was gonna say, yeah, that doesn't actually sound like it's a real venue. I know that we've shot a Breaking and Entering interview in that building, in that same room in the Fireside Lounge, but it was with Satori, and I think Pat interviewed him, and we had no permission to be in there at all. We just walked in. We just kind of walked in and found a nice place to meet up.
Oh, yeah, people take naps in there between classes. That's what that room is there for.
We did. Yeah, I was gonna say we did not find anybody taking a nap, fortunately. But yeah, and Troy Tyler, speaking of performing at colleges, also performed at a Breaking and Entering show at Marquette. So these are all things that are just gonna prime you for this amazing video. Shout out to Gonzalez Visuals too. This is Good by Troy Tyler on the Writers Room. I nailed the show. It's the Writers Room.
It's Troy Tyler, baby. I feel like an addict the way I only had it once and I want some more. Thinking that it's kinda crazy, I'm calling you baby, banging on your door. Like, what we gon' do tonight? Girl, what's the move tonight? If you out with your girls, can I pick you up and can you come through tonight? I promise I'm not usually like this, but you done hit a nigga with some good shit, and I just gotta have it again. I wanted to have me spazzing again, cause I love when you pick it up, then drop it down, then pick it back up, and turn it around, and talk back on me. You got me so horny. I want you for breakfast in the morning, cause girl, you got that good, nah. Girl, you got that good, nah. Girl, you got that good. Let's get it understood. If you come over, ain't no sleeping tonight. You got that good, nah. Yeah, good, nah. Good, nah. Yeah. Girl, you got that good, Come and put it on me. You got that good, Girl, you got that good. Come and put it on me. I feel like Tony the Tiger. Everything you give me, girl, is great. Everything, yeah. I just wanna open up your legs and stretch you out over my whole plate. Yeah. Pop it and lock it and drop it on me like you're supposed to do. I don't give a damn about them niggas who might want you to. Sorry, they gon' have to wait. Give it to me on the leg. I want you all over my face. I just wanna see you pick it up, then drop it down, then pick it back up, and turn it around, and talk back on me. You got me so horny. I want you for breakfast in the morning, cause girl, you got that good, nah. Girl, you got that good, nah. Girl, you got that good. Let's get it understood. If you come over, ain't no sleeping tonight. You got that good, nah. Good, nah. Good, nah. Yeah. Girl, you got that good. Come and put it on me. Girl, you got that good. Come and put it on me. You got that good. Come and put it on me. You got that good. Nah. You got that good. Come and put it on me. You got that good. You know you got that. You got that good. Yeah, girl, you know you got that. You got that good. Yeah, girl, you know you got that. You got that now. Come and put it on me.
All right, that was Troy Tyler with Good on the Writers Room. That's the right show that we're on. Ben and I were actually just talking off camera about how impressed we are with ourselves. And you know what? I think we're allowed to pat ourselves on the back for that, for the amount of content that came out in the last week on Breaking and Entering. Ben especially has been crushing it. There are so many times that I want to just like tweet like Ben Slowey appreciation tweet, and I'm like, nah, you already did that once. Don't give this guy a big head. Don't, you know what I mean?
Stop it. my head is inflating right now, Alan.
But Ben has been crushing it. There's been tons of new music, and we also have our 2020 year in review presented by Mystery Room Mastering, which is up on the website right now, and that thing is massive. There's over 200 artists, over 240 songs, I think, and possibly still growing by the end of the year if we throw some more stuff on there. But I think we have just about everybody that we can get that's on Spotify that is in that playlist. So it's one of the things that is just unbelievably a testament to the city's music scene.
Yeah, that is super impressive. Props to you for putting that together. It is remarkable, like how much Milwaukee music accomplished this year, despite the difficult circumstances a lot of artists and creatives had to endure for one reason or another, but primarily just the lack of shows and limited resources because of COVID. I mean, like, Milwaukee music proved itself. It proved to itself that, like, not even what's going on in the world is going to stop people from making the best out of the worst situation and, coming out with really dope and powerful content. And like you said, I mean, we really expanded our range this year, and I think about that like every day, about how just how we're getting as close as we possibly can to nothing slipping through the cracks.
Yeah, that's when it gets scary, when we are literally just the coverage of, we are all of the Milwaukee music media. It's just us. No, but this is like, I think I've done this every year since 2016, 2017, something like that, and created this massive, huge playlist, or at least, I don't know when I started. I think 2017 was the first year, but I cannot believe, I think this is our biggest one so far, and I know that there's people that I couldn't even get on there because they only release stuff through Bandcamp. So if you think about it, this is a year where like recording studios were shut down, and there's no release parties. There's no way to like get your music out there other than just like launching it to the internet and hoping somebody listens. So like the fact that we have 240 plus songs is insane to me, to be like, yeah, all these different artists were dropping something. Yes, everybody was in the house, but there's no real feasible way to go beyond launching this music out into the stratosphere. And we still had probably our biggest list yet of just, a time capsule is what I called it, of Milwaukee music. And it's really what it is. It's the year in review. It's not a best of. I suggest that everybody puts it on shuffle. I think that's the best way to really enjoy it. But it does start with Gold. If you go sequentially, it starts with Gold, who released on like New Year's Day, and from then on, like it is kind of almost in line with how the year went for Milwaukee music.
Yeah, and I want to touch on what you just said about how it's not a best of, and that we have to really, really definitely emphasize that, because we talked about it in the last week. Like, we were texting back and forth about how, like, it is kind of like, as far as like writing for a music publication, it is kind of in a stressful and sometimes an annoying part of the year, because all of the best of and like the where people are like voting for like their favorite artists and stuff, and it becomes a huge popularity contest and this huge spectacle. And like, I don't really subscribe to that kind of stuff. I mean, we all have favorites, but what I love is that, like, we aren't trying to be tastemakers. We're not trying to tell you like, oh, we really like these artists and these are who should be popular. But
right.
No, we've never, and that's never been what Breaking On Earning's been about. And it's always just been about like a hub for anything you could possibly want to come out of Milwaukee music is here, and you can decide what you want to listen to, and everyone else can listen to what they want.
Yeah.
And listen to what we want. So we have something for everybody on that playlist, as well as just on our daily content. So
yeah, I think open and inclusive is always the way to go, and that's definitely what this is. And doing any kind of having our favorites and picking our favorites. Honestly, we're human. Like, when it comes down to it, I forgot half the stuff that came out this year. And that's real. That's 100% honest. Like, Operations showed up, and I'm like, this album was amazing. When I was going through like the weekly playlists is where I found a lot of stuff for this, and I was like, oh yeah, that album came out and it was amazing, and we totally forgot that it even, because it came out at the early part of the year. I was like, that was one of the best indie records I think that I've heard in a long time out of Milwaukee, and it just kind of disappeared for me, Same as I think that also is a testament to the way that we consume music just in general now, because we have streaming, because everything is so, I don't want to say like minuscule or disposable, but that's kind of what music can be. We listen to it for a week or two after it comes out, and then we're on to the next thing. We don't have walls of albums like this where we can always just go back and pull it out. Now it's like, if you don't remember it came out, or you don't save it to your library, you might just forget about it. So it doesn't really serve a purpose to have a best of in the traditional sense for what we do. And I think that there's still a lot of things that are going to be great that'll come out between now and the end of the year too. So who knows? You never know. It's a lot of great music that came out of the city, and that's what this reflects.
Oh yeah.
So.
And this next video is from, if I'm not mistaken, definitely a rising star from the DIY scene. And,
yes.
I really liked this video that he made.
Yeah, everything that he's done about this EP, this is So Zuppy with Plea. Everything he's done with his EP so far, it's part 1 of 2, and so we're gonna have the Love album after the Hate album, or the Breakup album is what this first part sort of is. But yeah, everything he's done lately has gotten a lot of attention. It helps that he was part of the backline class from this year and has learned how to properly put together his releases and things like that, and had resources available too. But the music that Micah Faust has been making has been really, really incredible, and has been good stuff. And I remember a lot of people buzzing about him after initially hearing him on Breaking and Entering. So shout out to Ben for that discovery that took him lots of places.
Yeah. He's got a really quirky brand of lo-fi pop, and he's got one of those. You mentioned Troy's soothing voice earlier. Micah has also a soothing voice, but in a different soothing voice.
Yes. It's
Micah's
like a mellow.
It's like some ASMR type stuff.
Yes. So, get your ASMR on. Check out So Zuppy. This is Plea on the Writers' Room.
To dust, I was never enough. You tell me you love me, you want me to be someone else. Hang around in tiny bits and pieces, free, fall into my knees, pick me up, bargain with my pleas, easy love, turning into dust, I was never enough. Tell me you love me, you want me to be someone else. Hang around in tiny bits and pieces. Tell ourselves the one I'd rather be with you. Mm-hmm.
Alright, that was So Zuppy with Plea on the writer's room, and as Ben and I were discussing during the video, very like trippy, kind of like jam bandy kind of sound, but he is a rising star definitely in the Milwaukee music scene, and Ben was telling me fondly of the basement shows that he's seen him in multiple basements.
I have. First time I saw So Zuppy was at Fat Charlie's on the east side.
Okay.
And I I've seen him a couple times at Nausicaa, which is now Tsunami. And yeah, I mean, Micah has a very unique sound, and it is super like whimsical and playful, but his lyrics, especially on this EP he just dropped, are pretty dark and sad.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to seeing, when shows like gradually pick back up, like when he starts performing again, kind of how he'll like expand his sound. Wondering if maybe he'll start having like a live band with him, because he definitely refined his sound a lot as time went on. So looking forward to seeing how he continues to grow.
Yeah. I think he needs to find a great synth player and a good drummer. And then he should just be up there with like an acoustic guitar and kind of very chill and mellow, just the way that he kind of seems to act. And we'll see. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited that we can actually talk about live music and have this be like a feasible thought, because obviously vaccinations just started, but like by summer we could be doing stuff. Some stuff.
It's funny you mention that, because Evan Ritlewski from 88.9 recently tweeted something about like predictions for like how things are going to slowly open back up in the next year. He mentioned that like things will like slowly start opening a little bit more back up around like late spring or so. Like we might get some like more socially distant shows happening, and then by like the end of the summer, people might start doing like light short tours again, and by the end of the year we'll start looking at more larger opening as more people have been vaccinated by that point, and like the virus will probably have curved, hopefully. So yeah, I mean, it is exciting, but it's also like we can't get so excited that we decide it's over now.
Yes, definitely. We cannot stop now, and we cannot go run outside with the masks off. How soon before like bars and clubs are having like vaccination night? Like people that are already vaccinated, they can go in, they can go party. I mean, you're gonna see some stupid shit like that at some point.
How are they gonna how are they going to facilitate that.
I got the Band-Aid on my arm, bro.
Right, yeah.
Fresh vax. Vax. I'm good to go.
They're doing blood tests at the door.
Yeah. We're giving people bad ideas. Anyway, this is the part of the show where we dive into our record collections. Speaking of, since I went on that whole little diatribe about how people consume music now, we're going back in time to our records. Every week, Ben and I pick a record that we check out, and we give you some homework to do and go find it and listen to it. Ben, would you like to go first or second? It's up to you.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Also, shout out to Omar in the Twitch chat, who's saying mid-April he's guessing that things are going to open up. So.
Oh, good. Okay. Well,
I like it.
I could see that being a fair guess there. Wondering, I didn't pick this before, did I?
Who do you have?
Boards of Canada.
I don't think you have that. No, I don't think you've picked that one before. And if you have, oh well. We do this show for free. It's all good.
Okay. I was gonna say, no, I don't. Maybe I just recently spun this one, in the last couple months, and that's why it looks so familiar right now. But Boards of Canada, Music Has the Right to Children, seminal '90s electronic record. It's like pretty like ambient, kind of like just ambient electronics that would go on to inspire a wave of experimental electronic artists going into the 2000s, such as Quartet or Caribou. And if you're just looking for something that is spacey while also futuristic, while also just kind of like icy, Boards of Canada, Music Has the Right to Children is a fantastic place to start. So that is mine for this week.
Ambient electronic stuff. Who would have thought Ben Slowey pulls out ambient electronica? Just kidding. Ben does all the experimental stuff for us because it's stuff that I
like it.
He likes it. He likes it. He enjoys
I like it.
All right. I am gonna go randomly off a shelf. I'm gonna go up and behind me. Who knows what we're picking? We're high in the alphabet here, I think. Can't actually see what I grabbed, but I have something. So this week your homework is... It is the Mamas and the Papas. I think this is the Greatest Hits. No, this is the Denny record. Wait, what? Sorry. These sides are all eaten up, so I have to figure out the name of them. No, this is the Mamas and the Papas. I think it's just the self-titled album. So make sure you check it out. We got all of the lyrics right on the back. Interesting. I can say that this is one that I obviously have not spun, even though it has taken a little bit of a beating. And I'm looking to see if we got anything cool on the inside, because we always seem to find stuff. This amazing old Reprise Records, Warner Reprise Records sleeve on the inside. But if you're into psychedelic music, obviously Mamas and the Papas, trendsetters. Yeah, their self-titled album. I'm just picking this thing apart piece by piece to see if I can find anything cool. Look, a while back when we found some random album that had some like posters and stuff in it, it's you never know what you're gonna find in these vinyl albums.
Yeah, this album is the cover's pretty trippy because all these people have no faces. So do with that as you please.
So there you go. Actually, between the electronic, like ambient kind of stuff, and the Mamas and the Papas, we're all quarantined. Do what you got to do. Have yourself a nice little enjoyable night, and check out both of those records.
Yeah.
And then check out some So Zuppy too, because why not?
Yeah. Good show. Yeah.
All three of those things together, and then you like have to put on like the Wizard of Oz and turn the sound off, or whatever it is. I forgot. Whatever the like stoner thing is.
Yeah, and you're just gonna think about your whole life that night with that soundtrack.
There you go. Who could escape that sort of thing?
But the next video is it's a lot more energetic, and you're definitely gonna jump back up and down with this fun new video.
Yes. This is Foxface, which they are a punk band from Milwaukee. We've booked them before for shows. They played a small show at Tonic Tavern for us, but they're signed. I believe they're on a national record label now. Just came out with this video for Not Your Home, and then on top of that, they came out with a new single recently, which is on breakingandentering.net today. Ben wrote about it.
I sure did.
So, with a video out and a single out, I would assume that these guys might be looking to, or ladies and Chopper, are looking to have a big 2021. I would almost anticipate there might be an album coming.
January 22nd. Get with the program. It's coming out.
Oh, wait. They got a release date already and everything?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Get a preview of the album that's coming out. This is Foxface, Not Your Home, on the Writers' Room. That is Not Your Home by Foxface. The new album's coming out, according to Ben. You hear it here first, or on the internet. But Ben's on top of it.
Oh yeah, wrote that up today. Slow Burn, their second single, came out, the name of the record is escaping me right now. But yes, it will be out on January 22nd.
There you go.
I've already got a number of things on the list for 2021. And, there's projects we haven't heard in a while, for a while, are on the horizons with new stuff. So
Ben has got the inside scoop, man. He is on top of this.
He did give me the access to our emails. Now I see what everyone sends us, and I do intend to use that in good faith to stay organized.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we get a plethora of music in. This is the end of the show, so this is where we always provide some wisdom, and that kind of ties into things. This last couple weeks, Ben has been crushing it, been killing it as far as getting content on the site. my thing that I just want to get out to the world about, it's not necessarily wisdom this week, but I think that so much of what we do it's very hard to like legitimize it to other people, because I'm sure a lot of people think, well, you just listen to records and you write about them, like you just listen to albums, your job is to listen to music all day. It is an exhausting process to do that, and it's a lot of multitasking. It's a lot more than you would think, and it's hard to really listen to an album and truly or listen to a record or whatever it is, or watch a video and truly consume it right now, because there is so much going on, especially with what we do. Just on top of things, like on top of this year being what it is. So I just want people to know that. That's not me complaining. That's not me trying to it's an exhausting process, and it's kind of, it looks cool, and it is fun. There is a lot of fun things that happen. Obviously, we get to go to shows and we get to listen to music, great music, but it is a tiring process. There are thousands of artists within the city of Milwaukee, and it's just I want people to know that it's much harder than it looks, I guess. I don't know. So I'm very grateful for not only the city's artists and everybody putting out music, grateful for Ben's time and effort putting in all this stuff. We have a new writer, Quinn, that just came into the fold. We got Jackson from from Marquette. We got Patrick Carroll, who does stuff for us, who does Breaking and Entering Radio with us. We got a whole squad here, and I appreciate everybody's time and effort in putting into making this thing happen, and giving us what we have, especially Ben, for daily going in there and just swimming in Milwaukee music. So thank you for that. That's where I'm going with it.
Oh yeah, man. Well, I appreciate all that. Thank you for recognizing all of that, but also just I want to thank you for giving me the platform to do it. I think more and more, like every day as we're winding down on this year, and you think about like what your goals are for the coming year, and I'm amazed by like how far we came, and I stepped up the role for the site in a way that kind of when it honestly kind of reflected how I kind of ended up diving head first when I first started writing for the site, where I was I'll cover things here and there just to feel things out, but it was pretty easy to become comfortable. And the same happened this year when I started publishing the new releases that come out every day, and like you said, I mean, that will be my my piece for this week, is kind of it aligns with what you said about how it's not as easy as it looks, and it's not. I mean, I start getting frantic when I get a new Bandcamp
email, and
if it could be at 11 o'clock at night, and I could be out with a friend or something, and I get a notification that this band has dropped something, and I'm I immediately stop what I'm doing, and I'm oh shit, when are we gonna get this on the site? I need to figure out a day. I need to pick a day. I need to make sure it's a day where everything else is balanced out, and everything we have each day is even, and we don't have too much of one thing on one day, and so that, and digging so deep into Bandcamp and SoundCloud so that we're following every single artist we can find, seeing when they drop things, or the worst is when they don't put their music on Bandcamp or SoundCloud, and they only put it on Spotify, and so you don't get
so it's just there. Yeah,
you don't get notified by that, and you just kind of have to rely on visual cues from social media.
Yeah,
I mean, it's because I want, it's you're tending to a big machine, a big
yes. That's a very good way to put it. It is the wheel. It is the hamster wheel that doesn't stop spinning.
Yeah, and you have to like keep running around and
or like a treadmill. Really, you're on a treadmill.
yeah, and if you take one day off from doing it, you're already so far behind. So, like that week with the election, I didn't write for like 3 days, and I was a mess trying to get back on schedule, but I ended up doing it. And so, it's like I said, I'm proud of what we've built, and it can be a thankless job sometimes, but luckily, like it's more thanked than not thanked. But it's still a job that you're up against a lot because there are other publications, there are other ways people get their music. There are, we have our own lives, and I mean, you work for the Shepherd now, so like your availability isn't what it used to be. So, it is still like a lot that we have to that we are in constant communication with each other every single day. Like, Alan, I think I text you more than I text anybody else. So, yeah, I just there's still going to be stuff out there that we've missed.
Absolutely,
But how close we have come to finding it all, we're the closest we've ever been to it.
Yes,
and that says something.
Yeah, definitely. There's so many artists that have put out things, so many new faces that we discovered this year. And I think we've done a really good job of growing what we've done here. It is very much a labor of love for right now. But it is something that, doesn't happen if we don't enjoy doing it. It doesn't happen if we don't put in the dedication to doing it. So, and it doesn't happen if people don't read it. So thank you so much for checking out this week on the Writers' Room. And don't forget, you can check out daily music content from us, especially Ben, at breakingandentering.net. You can find us at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube. I almost said SoundCloud. It's been a week off, so I haven't done it yet. We're on TikTok. We do this show live on Twitch. Shout out to Omar for watching on Twitch, one of the Newport Nailers. And we got a weekly e-newsletter. We got a podcast. Ben has the Mr. Nice Guy podcast. We got a radio show. We are all over the internet. We got pillows, as you can see behind me, and all sorts of sweet merch for sale. You can hit the shop button over on breakingandentering.net. But thank you guys so much, and we will see you next week. And Ben doesn't know this. I've done this entire show with a puppy at my feet.
Hey.
So Rocky's here, so we're gonna sign off. So all right, say goodbye, Rocky. We will see you next week on the Writers' Room.